What's going on, everybody? This is dkdynamite, and tonight we're going to be talking about my giveaway winners for 5 copies of Vanguard, a new update that went live today, and even the live event that is happening tomorrow. Definitely stay tuned. But before we jump into that, be sure to hit that subscribe button down below. And yesterday I posted a fairly serious video talking about the horrific allegations and the other incidents that have surfaced regarding Activision CEO, former Treyarch studio head, and even more. I was also going to stream this morning with the launch of Shipment and Vanguard Multiplayer, but decided not to. I figured I'll just do a longer stream tomorrow morning with the launch of Operation Flashback over in Warzone. Hope to see you guys there in a scheduled stream that you'll be seeing on the channel, popping up in a couple of hours from now. But today we did get a couple of minor updates regarding the allegations we talked about yesterday, and keep in mind I'll make a separate video about this again whenever a big bombshell drops, and I'll be donating all proceedings whenever I make a full video about this incident like I did with yesterday. And with that, the new report from Bloomberg does say Activision Blizzard executives are standing by Bobby Kotick as CEO, with Activision President Rob Kostich telling Activision employees in a call today that Bobby Kotick isn't planning to resign. We also have a report from Bloomberg today mentioning PlayStation CEO Jim Ryan, who sent a company-wide email stating that he reached out to Activision about how they plan to address the company's culture problem. So as of right now, at least to me, the future of Activision as a company is a bit unclear. I mean, if all the executives and the board directors defend Bobby Kotick, then how will this impact the rest of the gaming industry? Well, like I said before, a bit of a tinfoil hat theory is that projects like Modern Warfare 2 Remastered Multiplayer, MW3 Remastered even, probably got canned after the lawsuit got revealed back in July. Sony probably said, let's limit the deal between Sony and Activision for Call of Duty at least, and let's take a step back a little bit. And I'm sure even in the future they might even terminate the contract completely to where there is no exclusivity at all across the board for this franchise. And lastly, a group of Activision Blizzard shareholders also sent a letter out obtained by the Washington Post to Activision Blizzard executives calling on CEO Bobby Kotick to resign and asking for 2 board members to retire by the end of the year. So at least there is some type of accountability here. There are some decent people that work there that are concerned and do want some change. They do want a replacement for the CEO. So at least that's a small glimmer of hope that there are some decent human beings out there that work at this company that definitely want to see something happen. So I'll leave it at that. But also an update to my favorite Call of Duty, the one and only Black Ops Cold War, which hopefully gets some surprise updates over the course of 2022, whether it's remastered maps, extra weapons, and more than likely bundles, just like Modern Warfare got last year. So update 1.27 was added to the PlayStation database, as reported by PlayStation Size, and the update size is fairly small. It's being regarded as small to medium, and what it'll do, according to this individual, is that it'll change the icon of the app itself back to the original, which is Season 0's icon. So this is Black Ops Cold War before Season 1 even came out last year. You probably already forgot about what the icon looked like, but in case you guys forgot, here's an image of it on screen so you can see. So obviously, crossing my fingers we get more mystery content added to this game. It's one of my favorite CODs of all time, and I'll be covering it whenever it's possible. But like I mentioned on the podcast, you know, how much more can I cover Cold War if nothing new is happening, right? We had to make a transition one way or another into Vanguard and Call of Duty's after this. That's just the way it goes with the Call of Duty cycle. But today we also got a 3 GB update added to Call of Duty Vanguard, which of course added Shipment to multiplayer, and unfortunately the map isn't in custom games yet, so I couldn't make my comparison video I had planned where I would compare this to World War II Shipment, possibly even COD 4's, or maybe even compare all the shipments across every COD it's ever been in. I might end up doing that as well. I haven't decided yet, but I'll be posting that over on Facebook Gaming. The link to my page is down below. But it also resolved an issue on PS5 where players cannot start up Vanguard if they have less than 40 GB of space available. That's ridiculous. And in terms of weapons, fixed bug preventing players from equipping camos and players that weren't able to equip camos they do not own. Now, everybody knows about that issue, right? A lot of people on PC had early access to Atomic recently, which was hilarious. And also for clans, fixed an issue where clan members would crash when attempting to send the clan invites. They corrected inconsistencies for next unlock in the Operators tab. And then for zombies, addressed an issue where players cannot view the scoreboard after dying or after exfil. For the UI, addressed an issue where players cannot view armor health in the HUD. Finally, for objectives, addressed an issue where objectives will not start properly, preventing progression. So honestly, a bit of a minor update, a little over 10 changes, but I'm sure a bigger patch will be coming close to the launch of Season 1, and I'm sure marketing for Season 1 is just around the corner, probably a good week and a half away. I was thinking maybe at the Game Awards they can show the trailer, but I believe Game Awards actually premieres a couple of days after Season 1 starts, so I'm not sure when they plan on bringing us a worldwide reveal of the first major DLC drop. I'll keep you guys posted, but yes, as you guys can see in the background gameplay, Shipment has released in Vanguard today, and I think it's cool how they saved this map for a bit of a preseason update. This is the first DLC map we have here in Vanguard thus far, And I have an issue with the map though. I mean, I feel like the map is a little larger. It just feels off. It's hard to really put in words. It feels a bit more open than Shipment's supposed to be. And I honestly think World War II Shipment was perfect. I mean, shockingly, World War II Shipment from 2017 felt like the best version of Shipment, even comparing it to who actually made the map itself, Infinity Ward. Yes, I think World War II Shipment was better than all the Modern Warfare versions. And I'm also not a fan of people jumping on the crates. I'm not trying to be a Debbie Downer. If you're enjoying this map so far, that's totally fine. But I personally prefer DOS House in this game at least. And yeah, I do remember Modern Warfare 2019 had a version of Shipment that was kind of like this. But this version feels a bit more extreme with how the verticality is a bit different, people are all over the place, camping in the crates themselves, and as expected, spawns are fairly broken. There'll be times when you're sitting in a crate, trying to regen some health maybe, reload your weapon, and somebody spawns behind you, does an execution on you. That's very likely to happen here in Vanguard version of Shipment. But with that, I did find a couple of hackers also in my lobby, and that's the problem, right? The fact that Vanguard currently uses the Warzone anti-cheat, which has already been breached, that just means you never know when you're going to run into a hacker playing a regular match of multiplayer. It just happens, and it's unfortunate because you almost can't take your death seriously in either Warzone or Vanguard now because, hey, somebody could have been cheating, using walls, they have aimbot, they have something going on behind the scenes that is going to get them a permanent ban from all Call of Duties going forward once Ricochet does release very soon. Now, I'm definitely curious if Modern Warfare 2 next year is going to feature a version of Shipment. It might, but they might not want to be too repetitive either with having a version of Shipment back-to-back like that. We'll just have to wait and see how that works. But it is confirmed we're getting 3 DLC multiplayer maps for the start of Season 1, which to me is a fair number considering we already launched the game with 20. And yeah, I think future seasons after that could sit around the same number, if not maybe a few more maps. Season 5 of Black Ops Cold War to me really raised the bar for how many maps you probably should add per season and spreading those across different game modes, right? And for Vanguard's sake, add some to 6v6, add some for like a fire team mode, some for Champion Hill. Love to see DOS House added to Champion Hill as well. That would be fantastic. Shipment would even work. I think that would be fine for the way Champion Hill works in this game. So let's see what they do with that. But now when it comes to the 5 winners for my MPL sponsored giveaway for some copies of Call of Duty Vanguard, we have the following winners: Alex Daniels, Chathura, Beamed, Don Eduardo, and Flamethrower115. Those are all their Twitter ads as I put on screen so you can see. And congratulations to you guys. DM me on Twitter or Discord so I can get the code sorted out for you guys with the platform of your choice. And once again, thank you guys for supporting me with that MPL sponsored giveaway. It really means a lot that MPL reached out and wanted to give away some nice copies of the new Call of Duty. And I'm gonna do more giveaways as soon as possible as well. I do have one plan right now for a PS5 and one later on throughout maybe early 2022 for a 3080 for the PC. So definitely want to give away some more rare items out there that unfortunately the scalpers have taken. But when it comes to the new Call of Duty, why not, right? Let's give back to the community that allows me to do my dream full time. I mean, it seriously means the world to me. But with that being said, tomorrow is the Verdansk Flashback event, also known as Operation Flashback or Verdansk Visions. A couple different names being thrown around right now for the event itself. But as confirmed by recent gaming scoopers, every new circle starts a random event. Prepare for flashbacks from the past. Contracts and supply boxes reward memories of yesterday with a chance of power-ups or key cards. Not sure we can use those key cards, but every new circle will start a random event. So I'm curious what events those will look like. I mean, are we going to be in the middle of a gunfight and see images flash on screen, kind of like the Haunting event where a jump scare could pop up while you're doing something, which can actually get you killed? I'm wondering how that's going to work exactly, but it is confirmed you're going to be able to get some cosmetics for participating in this event, calling cards, I think even an emblem. I'll put that on screen so you guys can see. So this should be cool. I think it's interesting how they have 3 live events essentially planned, or 2 so to speak, but 3 events total. On November 24th, we end up having a bit of an Easter egg or somewhat, however you want to describe it, dropping in Verdansk 84, which will include Caldera postcards, so more teasers and images for the new Warzone map that we can find around the map, and then if you collect everything, you get another bonus reward or something. November the 30th, however, is the official end of Verdansk as we know it, another live event through a new playlist, and it's unclear what's going to happen in this mode or this event, but maybe it'll be something on par with the Nuke event where we just see the map go kapoof and then we transition into Caldera completely. So let's see how that works. But yeah, 3 upcoming live events. I'll be live tomorrow morning here on the channel with a bit of a countdown, playing some Vanguard multiplayer, doing open lobbies, and then once the event does begin in Warzone, we're going to take advantage of that, and I'll provide you guys with more coverage as well of whatever happens. But there's also a couple of free cosmetics you can get as a part of the Mountain Dew and Doritos promotion for Vanguard. We have a code here for the Crown of Crunch calling card. The code is there on screen so you can see, and it's a nice looking one, not too bad. And we also have the Hang On Back There looking charm. There's a code for that. And the Crunchies Comet. charm as well. So promoting Doritos and Mountain Dew as we usually do every single year with a brand new Call of Duty game. Take advantage of those while you guys can before the promotion does end. But in case anybody cares, new DLC weapons were also found, posted by Zesty over on Twitter, which I have linked down below. I can't show you the images on screen, but I will tell you there is a Mendigo looking knife coming to Vanguard multiplayer and zombies most likely. Who knows when they'll port that over to Duran Fung. But it looks like Polina's knife will be a melee weapon, and the model was found as well as the icon for the kill feed. So that probably confirms it is going to be a melee weapon, not just a finishing move animation, as well as a Zweihander looking sword, which I believe also has an icon for it that was posted. So these should be two upcoming melee weapons that may drop with Season 1, or they'll just be on hold forever like we saw with a couple of weapons in Cold War where people posted images of them and they didn't release for a couple of seasons or whatnot. So there's two weapons coming up, and there's also a sneak peek that was posted by Zesty of a champagne bottle execution, as well as a play of the game animation with nunchucks. So you can bet your ass upcoming bundles and seasons will introduce us to brand new MVP animations, more calling card frames, and I believe even some quips that were also in Modern Warfare. Now the last thing I'll leave you guys with is something I've been noticing from several other content creators all over Twitter and even YouTube, mentioning that viewership seems to be at what could be an all-time low compared to previous years for at least multiplayer. We already know zombies is a bit of a disaster in terms of that side of the community, but even with multiplayer, I mean, I called this out back during February, even when the rumors first surfaced about what this game was going to be, interest in it just didn't seem like it was there. And I called this out, like I said, many months ago, and I predicted a pretty wonky launch for most people. There are some people thriving off covering this game right now, and I'm a Call of Duty creator, so I have no choice, right? I have to cover this game. We have a transition from Cold War to this. I mean, what else can I do, really, when it comes to covering Call of Duty specifically? And I think that's an issue when you also bundle that with allegations against Activision, the controversy with the CEO. It's looking like a really troubling year right now for many content creators. So I want to say I really appreciate all you guys out there who have shown support with my Vanguard videos, with talking about and exposing the Activision allegations as we did yesterday. So I really appreciate you sticking with me, because it's not easy being a COD creator when you never know if the new game coming out within a year is going to be as strong as the last one, right? That could impact your performance as a creator, therefore also affecting your income. But I think when you take a look at even the sales report, which I brought up briefly on a Facebook gaming video I posted, sales are down 40% digitally in the UK and about 20% physically. Now, that's of course not accounting for the US or other regions out there. I'm sure those numbers will be posted soon. But for the UK thus far, it's the worst Call of Duty launch in about 14 years. Now, real quickly, I will say, Modern Warfare, yeah, it took the franchise in a new direction, and it's kind of set a precedent for how Call of Duties will look going forward and even feel with the engine itself. But it was the first Modern Warfare title since, 2011, Modern Warfare 3, so it was bound to have a nostalgic launch, a lot of OGs coming back, giving it a try. So yeah, it sold well. It's one of the top-selling Call of Duties of all time. And Black Ops Cold War, despite being a new Black Ops game 2 years after BO4, still sold well, right? 2019 was Modern Warfare's year, and Black Ops Cold War was 2020, and even throughout 2021, every single month it was the best-selling game. So I'm curious how Vanguard's gonna hold up, especially with competition like Halo and Battlefield, which just released. I'm curious how Vanguard's gonna hold up throughout the rest of 2021 and then 2022 beyond that during the core DLC season. How will it perform? I mean, I put out a tweet asking what the cause could have been for such a low performance like that, and I don't even know if there's a direct answer to it. It could be a combination of different things. People might not be on board with another World War II game, might feel too similar to Modern Warfare, Cold War is just that good, or people are leaning more towards free-to-play. And the fact that Caldera is still coming for free December 3rd, but if you own Vanguard, you can play on the 2nd. Maybe people have come to a conclusion and said, you know what, I'm cool with just waiting for the free Warzone update every year. I don't really mind skipping out on a campaign, a multiplayer, or an Undercooked Zombies mode. Now, the last thing I'll end with is that if you slept on Black Ops Cold War and didn't give it a fair chance, but somehow also didn't enjoy Modern Warfare 2019, then I'm curious how you're gonna feel about the rest of Vanguard and then Modern Warfare 2 next year, because as far as we can tell, the next two Call of Duties are gonna feel relatively similar to Modern Warfare 2019. So Cold War seems to be the odd one out where it'll have felt much different from these games. And Treyarch's next COD in 2023 may also be on the Modern Warfare engine. We'll have to wait and see, but I'm curious how people are feeling about the direction of COD as we know it, and how that division between Modern Warfare and Black Ops Cold War fans are going to feel about essentially the franchise leaning more towards Modern Warfare as new games do release. But that is about it. This has been dkdynamite. Leave all your thoughts down below in the comment section. What are your thoughts on the new update that went live today in Vanguard? How are you liking Shipment? And what are your thoughts and expectations for the live event happening in tomorrow's Warzone Verdansk Flashback event? Really hope you've enjoyed, and peace out, everybody.